Representing Barnstable High School, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon, BHS. I'm Peyton.
And I'm Marius.
And welcome to BHN, your monthly school news program. In this episode, we will cover ALICE training, last week's blood drive, the Fall Drama Club productions, as well as shine a light on student talent.
We have all this and more, so stay tuned to BHN. A lot of you may have heard the term ALICE training being used around the school this year, but some of us are confused about what that actually means. Jack Chaluzzi talked with Mr. Clark to get some more details on the school's new intruder policy.
How's it going, Barnstable? I'm Craig. And I'm Jack, and today we're going to be looking at ALICE training, what it is, why it's important, and how it's going to help us stay safe.
ALICE training is the kind of advanced and enhanced lockdown, where when there's a school intruder, we equip people with some choices to try to make the most people safest, the fastest. In Massachusetts, the first school system to use it, according to our research, was Milford, and that goes back about 10 years ago. It may actually have been 06, 07. Our more recent training around ALICE is providing people with some options and some choices to try to keep themselves and the students that they're responsible for safe. In our professional development over the course of October and November, we have a partnership between the police department and the school system where we're going to be receiving training from our school resource officers, Reed Hall and Denny Stamfel.
It stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. I think it's going to empower teachers and students to be able to make a decision that could save lives.
And the teachers in the building will be getting enhanced training in October and then again in November.
I went online. All teachers are required to go online and go through a certain process, which is interesting. It really is, because it's a lot more proactive, a lot more aggressive than the previous sort of lockdowns that we've had.
Say in the event of, say, barricading a door, right? You're not going to rely on the teacher in the room only to do that. You're going to want students to help move furniture, to assess what other exit doors they have, and be fully involved to try to keep people as safe as possible. We would be doing some introductory steps here down the road with students as we make the transition, basically over the course of this school year, to be really implementing the ALICE protocols. So I think people can look forward to that probably around the holidays, some communication from me or from our school resource officers about how we can bring students into the fold to understand this more.
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for dates coming up about ALICE training.
And now back to the studio.
Tri-M will continue Music T-shirt Fridays. They're encouraging everyone to wear a music T-shirt to show their support for music education. Don't forget to hashtag Music T-shirt Friday to show off your style.
Speaking of Fridays, last Friday, BHS students and staff donated their time and blood during the Cape Cod Healthcare Blood Drive. Mr. Moynihan said there was such an overwhelming turnout, it caused long wait times and was such a good problem to have. Our very own Leah was one of the many patients and willing volunteers. Let's take a look.
I'm gonna give blood at our school blood drive. When Cape Cod Hospital comes to our school, I'm about to go do it. Let's go. I'm just here to help, even though I'm super nervous. Really nervous. I don't like needles. I'm one of those people, a little bit scared.
As you see, the drive is going very well, very busy. We appreciate everybody's support that we have, from the school faculty and administration down to the students who are out here donating blood today. Every unit of blood that we collect at today's blood drive all gets sent back to the hospital where it gets processed, and then it gets used for our hospitalized patients in need at both our hospital here in Hyannis and Falmouth Hospital as well.
So I couldn't get to do it today. They pricked my finger, but maybe next time in the spring. I was freaking out because I don't like needles, but I got through it, and it doesn't hurt anymore. I just was freaking out. I did want to donate. I always want to help. I know that I can do it next time, so we're definitely going to try again next time.
All that talk about blood makes me think about Drama Club's production of Dracula the radio play. Brianna Brand visited the Night Hall for more info on this spooktacular production, and Kayla Jorgensen has a preview of Fahrenheit 451. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Brianna Brand with BHN News, and today I'm going to be giving you an exclusive look into the Drama Club's production of Dracula the radio play. Let's go.
One of our fall Drama Club productions is Dracula the radio play, written by Philip Grecian based on Bram Stoker's novel. And it was written to be performed as if it was being broadcast over the radio in the 30s or 40s.
Kiara, raise your hand. You're going to go with Kiara. Do you have a costume?
My name's Kiara, and I did costumes for Dracula the radio show. And we were going for kind of a formal 1940s, 30s-ish kind of vibe.
Hello, I'm Philip Randazzo, and I am playing the role of Dracula.
One of the reasons we decided to do this show is we wanted to offer something for young and first-time actors. The majority of our cast are 8th graders, and I'd say 95% of them have never acted before, so this is their first exposure to theater.
Hello, I'm Zaria Toby, and I'm playing Dr. Abraham Van Helsing, and I like to kill vampires.
My name's Easton Burrell, and I play the theremin in Dracula.
I'm Amber Fina, and I'm doing commercials.
Hi, my name is Layla Hoagland, and I'm playing the insane character R.M. Renfield.
My name's Allison Kearney, and I'm stage manager for Dracula.
The set will be set up as if they were in a radio station, broadcasting live, and we even have sound effects that will be created live on stage.
I'm the sound effects lead for Dracula. I make all the sounds and all that stuff.
We will have shows October 25th, 26th, and 27th at 7 p.m. The show's taken about a month from first reading to opening night to produce.
Every year the Drama Club puts on a production in the fall. This year, it's Fahrenheit 451. The play, written by Ray Bradbury, presents a future society where books are outlawed and firemen burn any that are found. Performances will begin on November 8th and will continue on to the 17th at 7 p.m., with 2 p.m. shows on the 10th and 17th. Tickets are available to purchase online at bhsdc.org or at the box office. Go back to the mountain.
Drama Club isn't the only club making moves this fall. Here are some of the other clubs with regular meetings on Tuesdays. Hip Hop Club, Military Support Club, Anime Club, Photography Club, and GSA on Thursdays. The Leo Club and Broadcasting Club meet there a lot after school.
There are a lot of after-school opportunities for students. Sometimes it's hard to choose which to get involved with, so we have a new segment here at BHN, Let's Go Clubbing.
Hi, I'm Brenna, and what you're about to see is an exclusive look into Barnstable High School's RPG Club. RPG stands for role-playing games, and they play games such as Dungeons & Dragons and Cult of Cthulhu, and meet every Wednesday from 2 to 4 and are always accepting new members.
I'm Mike Richardson. I'm the president of the RPG Club, and
I basically do everything around here. It's a lot of fun. Normally we'll be playing some sort of game. We try to encourage teamwork in the games, try to work together, strategize, trying to teach people kind of how to work together while also making it fun. We play like Dungeons and Dragons, all the kinds of games. Cult of Cthulhu, that's a big favorite with our group. We come up with so many different playing styles. There's dice, sometimes we use a Jenga tower. We try to keep them as entertained as possible.
Hi, I'm Danilo Silva, and RPG is role-playing games. It's a role-playing game. But you just choose a character, you choose who you're gonna be, and you act that way. The best part of it is not really just playing the game, it's knowing people, because everyone there likes the same thing that I do, but nerdy things, video games and stuff.
I've noticed that a lot of people who met in our club have become close friends. And it also teaches people how to strategize, how to think clearly in moments of like, what do? I don't know what I'm doing here. It helps them to think clearly because I put them on their toes a lot. And it just really helps them think in critical moments and helps them strategize, keep them together, working as a group, as a unit. And I think those are really, really valuable skills in life.
You can be whoever you want to be. You don't have to be yourself, the same person who like goes every day to school and stuff. You can be a mighty warrior, you can be dark mage, you can be whoever you want to be. So that's awesome.
Alright, that was the RPG Club at Barnstable High School. Hope you enjoyed. Let's take it back to the studio.
Seniors, today is the day. All photos, baby photos, and quotes must be submitted to barnacle@mybps.us. Be sure to include your TGA teacher's name in the subject line. See or email Ms. Wooden with any questions.
Also seniors, caps and gowns are only $35 until November 1st. After that, they go up to 50 smackaroos. Go to myschoolbucks.com to place your order. And since we are on the subject of seniors, let's take a look at one now with this week's Student Spotlight.
The first time I really realized that I liked art, it was when I was in middle school and I received a Scholastic Art Award for a piece that I didn't expect to. My teacher was urging me to submit it and I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, and I ended up getting a gold key as a 7th grader, which I come to find out was pretty cool. So I guess that's when I realized, okay, maybe you should keep doing this. I guess it's really meditative for me, and it's a way to express yourself in which like you can't express through words. Sometimes I have trouble finding the right words to express how I feel or what I want to say, and I guess art is a way to fill in those blanks. I really like to draw people. I think it's just the most interesting subject matter. I mean, I'm taking psych this year, and I think partially why I think that's so interesting is because it's something that we don't completely understand, and it's ourselves. So I guess I draw what I find interesting. My mom is a creative person, and she used to be a businesswoman, and she sold her business because she realized that she ultimately wasn't happy. And then she went through this process of finding herself and found out that she wanted to do something creative and make a difference in the world in that way. So that's when she started the Kindness Rocks project. I've been helping her out a lot with that, and I'm just so inspired by her drive to, you know, have a career that's fulfilling. It's, you know, made me come to realize who I am and embrace who I am. I think often, a lot of times, you know, in today's society, kids are pressured to kind of fit into these boxes of, you know, you're an athlete, or you're smart, or you're a nerd, or whatever, and you're the artsy kid. And I don't like to define myself like that. And I think art has made all the difference in like, kind of like gaining that freedom and accepting myself for, okay, I like to do this, I like that, I'm inspired by this. Let me like tell you about how I'm inspired by these things, and I think my art is the way that I do that. I'm Madeline Murphy, and I like to make art.
With all this talk about seniors, I feel like I have senioritis.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we have one more senior story. Here's Drew to give us some info about the upcoming Credit for Life events.
With great money comes great responsibility. Long-term success starts with small decisions today. Everyone needs to be financially literate, and this is what the Credit for Life Fair is all about. It will give each and every senior a taste of what it's like to live within a budget in the real world. Every senior will complete a participant profile where they choose the career they expect to be following by their mid-20s. How does it work? On the day of the fair, each senior will receive their personal spending plan based upon the predicted salary of their chosen career. The plan will also include some student loan and some credit card debt. The goal will be for each senior to use their spending plan to make decisions about where they can afford to live, what kind of transportation they will use, what kind of groceries they can buy, and so on. There will be approximately 50 community members there to help us make decisions and guide us towards financial stability. Students with last names beginning with letters A through J will report directly to the field house upon arriving to school. At 9:20, they will report back to their G block classes. Students with last names K through Z will report directly to the field house for period G. Their session ends at 12 o'clock, and at 12:05 to 12:30, they will have lunch in the junior-senior caf. At 12:35, all session 2 students will report back to class. Students need to return their participant profile and media release forms to their TGA teachers. All students should dress for success. Credit for Life is happening for all seniors Friday, November 16th.
The Winter Sports Info Night will be held Tuesday, November 13th at 6 p.m. in the main caf. Any athlete interested in trying out for hockey, basketball, swimming, track, and wrestling, registration for winter sports on Family ID will be open on November 1st. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's check in with Ryan Proto for this month's Raider Rundown.
Kane is in the building.
What's up, BHS? It's Ryan, and welcome to the second edition of the Raider Rundown. As the regular season of our fall sports is coming to a close, we look in on where each respective team stands before their playoff push. As you guessed, the volleyball team has an impressive undefeated record of 18-0 at this point in the year. The postseason for the girls is no unfamiliar affair. Field hockey squad now stands at 9-4-2, and they start playoffs on the 27th. And Abiella Susi has 10 shutouts in net. Cross country has won their last meet versus Falmouth, and they are now 1-1 in the OCL and 3-3 overall. Boys soccer is 7-6-3, and they have recently qualified for the playoffs after knocking off DY. Girls soccer is now 2 wins away from making the playoffs, and they had a game this past Tuesday against Falmouth. The football team finished the regular season on a 4-game win streak and winning the OCL for the first time in 5 years. They finished with a 5-2 record and are the number 5 seed in the D2 South playoffs. They play in Wellesley Saturday at 3. Pack the cars and make the trip.
Beat Wellesley, the second best Red Raiders in Massachusetts, up there on the 128 Beltway, and the number 1 Red Raiders are down here on Cape Cod.
Beat Wellesley.
Beat Wellesley!
Beat Wellesley!
Beat Wellesley!
Beat Wellesley!
2 damage.
Beat Wellesley.
Beat Wellesley.
Beat Wellesley.
Let's go. Boys gotta beat Wellesley, you know what I'm saying?
Beat Wellesley.
Beat Wellesley!
Beat Wellesley.
Beat Wellesley.
Beat Wellesley!
Beat Wellesley!
Yeah, chemistry this year is off the charts. Beat Wellesley. Let's go!
Thanks, Ryan, and thank you guys for watching. And that wraps up this edition of BHN.
I'm Peyton.
And I'm Marius.
Make sure to check out Dracula this weekend. And we're going to leave you with a tribute to some of BHS's favorite teachers.
Go Red Sox.
Hi, I'm Eve, and today on BHN, we wanted to recognize some of the amazing teachers of Barnstable High School. My favorite teacher is Mr. Farrell of B2B TV because he always lets us be ourselves. I have so much fun in his class, and he really is too cool for school.
So my favorite teacher is Mr. Moynihan, and the reason why is because he's a self-described cereal connoisseur. We spent the whole first day just talking about our first cereals, and I mean, still it comes up in conversation.
Favorite teacher? Without a doubt, Mr. Kuntzman. Why? Hey!
My favorite teacher is Mr. Kuntzman
in the 1700s. He's a very funny guy. He's very fun and nice and generous, no homework.
My favorite teacher would be Mrs. Latine because she's been a huge support for me since freshman year, and she really has developed my science career.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Gores because he's my best friend, because we talk about basketball and stuff like that, and he's a great guy.
Probably Miss Peta because she's really fun and I still see her in the halls and she lets me come in her classroom and talk about other teachers. Yeah.
Who is your favorite teacher and why?
Yeah, probably Mr. Kohler, just because he's such an intelligent man.
My favorite teacher is Miss Wittrell because she inspires me to be who I am and who I want to be, and she's just a really fun teacher to be with, and I love chorus.
Miss Scholes is my favorite teacher. I had her last year. We got along great, and she's a great teacher. What up, Miss Scholes?
My favorite teacher is Mr. Shea. Known him for a while, and I had him before, and he's pretty cool.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Guaz because he's a very funny guy. He believes in us and he pushes us to our limit. He doesn't push us too far.
I have to go with Mrs. Kennard, 8th grade pre-algebra. I don't know, ever since then I've just really bonded with her and always go hang out in her class when I don't want to be somewhere. And now I TA with her, so yeah.
Okay guys, remember to show your favorite teacher some love. Shout out Mr. Farrell, and back to the studio.